Hi, this is the first video in the stress, sleep, and hormones series. And basically the way I'm going to start this out is I'm going to actually define stress. And stress is basically a feeling of being run down and worried, feeling overwhelmed. It can affect all ages and genders, and it can affect you psychologically and physically. There are actually two types of stress, and you're probably thinking, okay, how could stress be good for you? The two types of well, there's distress, which is considered the bad stress, and then there's eustress, which is considered the good stress. And the way the stress is good is, say, for example, you're exercising, and after when you exercise, you actually put your body under stress. Once you're done exercising, unless you're overtraining, your body actually becomes stronger because once you stop exercising, then actually the muscles get stronger and you build more muscle and you're physically stronger because of doing this exercise. Another example of eustress is, say, if you have to do a presentation or you're speaking at some conference and it's going to further your career. Of course, you're going to be stressed about that, but it's basically temporary stress, and it's also stress that's going to lead to something better in your life. So those are some examples of eustress. Now, as far as distress goes, distress is more chronic stress. Like, say, if you're having financial problems or you're having problems in a relationship and they keep on going on and on and on, and it never seems like it's going to get resolved. That's more of a, and then that's more of a distress, bad stress. Now, stress becomes an issue when it is that chronic stress because you have two branches of your nervous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. And the sympathetic is known as the fight and flight part of your nervous system. And the way your nervous system is supposed to work is, if when you're having that stress, the sympathetic part of your nervous system takes over, your heart starts pounding, your breathing gets faster. It's basically preparing you for battle, because that's what would happen back with our ancestors when they were running from a saber-toothed tiger or something. That was how your body, it went into survival mode, so you would get ate up by the saber-toothed tiger. But in our society, we have stresses that are different. It's work stress, financial stress, relationship stress, family stress. So, and sometimes because of the people that we are, some people are able to deal with stress better than others, but most of us really don't deal with stress well. And if we tend to dwell on things or worry about things, then you're constantly in that fight or flight mode. So your body never gets a chance to really relax. And that's where the parasympathetic is. That's more of the relaxed part of our, and it's basically like a seesaw. And they should basically balance each other out. But unfortunately, when you have the chronic stress, the sympathetic, the fight or flight is more, our nervous system is more in that area, and then that's when you start having health issues, because stress increases inflammation in our bodies. So, and that's chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the way our bodies normally repair themselves, but with chronic inflammation, it basically is in that chronic state where instead of repair itself, it's just constantly just, our bodies aren't able to repair ourselves, and it just stays in that chronic state of not being repaired, and then it ends up being where either you have anxiety, you have you might have digestive problems, because inflammation just doesn't stay in that place. Inflammation can spread, chronic inflammation, and it ends up just really being a bad place to be. I mean, but to end this first segment, I just want to say that there are ways that you can handle stress, and I'm going to talk about some of those ways as I go through this series. But I'm going to start with stress, like I did in this video. The next one will be about sleep, like why we sleep, what was the benefit of sleep, because also, unfortunately, in this society, most people feel that sleep is overrated, but there is a reason why we have to sleep. So take care, and the next segment will be sleep, and then I'll cover hormones, and then I'll bring it all together as to how they all are connected and how each sleep, stress, and hormones, how they all affect each other. So if you have any questions or anything that I didn't really cover in this video, comment below this video and let me know. And if you want to find out more about what I do, visit www.embracetherealyou.com. Till next time, bye-bye.